Hello, this is Clair Sullivan. I am a scholar at the Data Incubator in Washington, D.C., and this is my Week 5 presentation on my project Snow Stats. This is my final week, so I'll be presenting my conclusions at the end. The question that we're looking to address is, can we help ski areas plan their marketing campaigns by trying to predict their snowfall before it actually occurs? Anecdotally, I'm a retired ski patroller from the Rockies, and I always heard that the southern Rockies got really good snow during El Nino years, whereas the northern regions, such as, say, Whistler and Vancouver, did not do well during El Nino years. This upcoming year is predicted to be a pretty strong El Nino year, so I thought I might try to find correlation in that. I used Landsat imagery to try and determine correlation between El Nino or La Nina years and what the actual measured snowfall was. Landsat images are taken once every 16 days, and recently I focused on Landsat 5 for 3 different ski areas. I had to down select the data, though, to be only for the winter months, or when we would expect there to be snow, and I had to further down select to look at images that did not involve clouds, so selecting images that only had about 20% or less of cloud coverage. And the result of these down selects is that I only had about 4 to 5 suitable images per year per resort that I analyzed. Here's the analysis for one resort, which is Taos Ski Valley in northern New Mexico. And what we see is the percent snow coverage in the image as a function of time, and the color of the dot indicates the strength of the El Nino. El Nino is a fluctuation in the surface water temperatures in the Pacific south of the United States. And that's measured as in degrees Celsius as an anomaly from the average. So an El Nino year would be a red dot shown as a higher variation, a warmer variation. La Nina would be a blue dot. So we would expect to see, if our anecdote holds true, good snowfall for the red dots and poor snowfall for the blue dots. And you can see that in this data that's not exactly true. I have some blue dots that have very good snow coverage, and I have some red dots that have poorer snow coverage. So this would suggest that my model is not quite holding up. The conclusions that I can draw from this is that we perhaps do not have enough imagery to really be able to make any conclusion. With only 4 to 5 images per year, this doesn't really capture the whole story of snowfall. How often is it falling? How deep is it falling? El Nino may not tell the whole story here. We may need to bring in other sorts of climate modeling to try and find correlations here. And lastly, I used snow coverage as a proxy for snow depth, because to measure snow depth is very difficult with overhead imagery or remote sensing techniques. It may be that snow coverage is not telling the whole story here either, and we may need to find some other proxy for this. I did learn a great deal throughout the course of the Data Incubator, and I tried to capture a little bit of our method at this web page. I hope you'll take a look at it. And I want to thank everybody for all of the feedback and help that they've given me through the Data Incubator over the past few weeks. I hope to see you on the slopes.